Reynolds back in a hurry. Reynolds to the hole. We're trying to get free shoot scores.
Takesha Granberry on target.
Lundy to the house. Touchdown, Virginia.
Cavalier Sports Weekly is presented by the Virginia Lottery, where all profits benefit Virginia's public schools grades K through 12. By clean, safe, reliable propane. Propane, exceptional energy. And brought to you in part by the Virginia Athletics Foundation, dedicated to providing scholarship, operational, and facility support for the Virginia Athletics Program. On this edition of Cavalier Sports Weekly, presented by the Virginia Lottery.
He was so fun to be around, and so happy and so alive.
If you weren't in University Hall that night, there was something wrong with you.
Finds Jason Kane all alone, and he finishes.
It was probably the best time I've ever had.
Terrific job on the road, way to grow up.
Welcome to Cavalier Sports Weekly. I'm Sharnae Zoll, number 5 on the women's basketball team. Today on our show, you'll see highlights from a busy week in ACC basketball, a feature on my teammate Brendan McGuire, and a look back at the largest crowd in U-Haul history. But first, here's your play of the week.
The Play of the Week is brought to you by SunTrust Mortgage. We make the American dream come true every day.
51 seconds to play. 20 on the shot clock. Reynolds at the wing. Reynolds takes it to the hole. Kicks. Joseph, the three in the corner. Good! Adrian Joseph hits the three.
I knew, if I penetrated, that they was going to collapse. And I saw Adrian was in the corner. And I knew, what type of shooter he was. So once I penetrated, his man came and helped out a little bit. So I just, bounced it to him, and he knocked down a shot.
Upon dribble drive at JR, we got what we wanted, where the second time they didn't switch. They really crowded JR as he tried to go to the basket, which left him open.
In practice, I shoot shots every day, try to make 10 shots in every spot. And when it comes to the game, I just step up there, try to take a shot with confidence.
I'm Sean Singletary. Stay tuned for more highlights on Cavalier Sports Weekly.
Welcome back to the show. This was a big week for the Commonwealth Challenge, with the Hoos picking up 2 points in Blacksburg, thanks to my team and the men's squad. Now let's take a look at the stories of our basketball games against the Hokies.
For on-demand Virginia basketball video highlights, visit virginiasportstv.com.
Giving it up Singletary, right side to JR. He got the screen and the three. Splash.
Well, Virginia thus far winning the shooting contest. That's 3 threes by the Cavs.
Bannister in the front. Bannister going around on a pass to JR. Had the ball knocked away and a steal by Xavier Dowdell, who caught the basketball. Dowdell in transition. Going to the right side. Jamon Gordon is open for the three. Got him. Jamon Gordon got free. 16-3. Hokies on a run. 19-17. They're up 2.
They were extremely tough on the ball. Every time we put the ball on the floor, they did a really good job of not fouling and going and taking the ball from us a lot of times.
Joseph against Sales to Reynolds. Reynolds got the look. The three by JR. Boom.
He has come to play. That's his third three.
I'm just being aggressive, I just want to score, be aggressive, put my team in a position to win.
Despite having those turnovers, we were up, so we knew in the second half we needed to tighten things up, and we definitely come up to win it with the win if we did that.
For Virginia Tech's first points in the second half.
Yeah, it took 3.5. Joseph in the corner for three. Book it. He went deep left, and he knocks down his second tray.
It's a lot of credit due to him because, he'd be getting in the gym and shoot extra shots. So it appears in the game.
The Hokies maintain, and they break it down inside. Collins a jam. Oh, that ball popped out.
Unbelievable.
It went down and popped out.
Seth Greenberg
just jumping up and down.
Technical foul
on Seth Greenberg. Ed Corbett came racing from the baseline, and now Virginia Tech fans throwing things on the court. That ball went through the rim and just came popping out. I've never seen that.
As you would expect, the hometowners not receiving that news, and now Seth Greenberg is going to talk.
11 minutes left in this game. We're going to play as hard as humanly possible.
A well-timed, great speech by Coach Greenberg woke him up, and that's what happens. You go on the road. That's more power to him and more power to them. It really energized them, and from that point on, they were really attacking us offensively.
Sideline left, brings it middle of the floor. Other side, Gordon. Gordon going baseline, creates inside. Layup, good left hand. We're tied at 39. 8-0 run by the Hokies as they try to take the lead now. They were down 8, 39 all. Post entry low. Collins pounds, layup good. They've got the lead. 41-39.
I know I had to step up because just the fact I'm that type of player. I like to play at crunch time.
Dell got a hand on it. Now Singletary gets the screen. Goes left. Singletary in traffic. Adjust. Layup. Good. He went right to the hole. Singletary looks for the screen. Sean pulls up 14. The runner. Good. Singletary trying to take over. Giving it to Mamadi. Almost lost the ball. Back to Sean for the three. Got the look. Bingo.
Yeah, Sean trying to keep Virginia alive, and he's made the last 6 points on the last 3 trips.
He's got something inside of him. He's got a grit, and I've said this to him, and I've said this to a lot of people about him. He's got some intestinal fortitude of which I really don't know if I've ever seen before.
51 seconds to play. 20 on the shot clock. Reynolds at the wing. Reynolds takes it to the hole. Kicks. Joseph the three in the corner. Good! Adrian Joseph hits the three.
In the time of, coach called the play and stuff, we went out there trying to execute the play. Like the same play he called in Florida State game. And, we went out there, execute, and, the shot went down.
And like I said, hats off to him because he's been really working hard in his off time. In practice, he's been working hard on the jump shot, and today he just knocked down a big shot.
A little off. I'd be surprised if he doesn't convert this one.
He got it. Nothing but net.
Now you want to put a little pressure in the backcourt, make him use some time.
54-49 with 6, with 5, with 4. Giving it up left side. Witherspoon. Desperation 3 off the rim. No good. Game, set, and match. Cavs win at the Castle.
Huge shot by Adrian. Huge shot. It gives us the lead. Shot gives us, it's not the defining moment, okay? And we had to go 2-3 zone because of foul trouble. Otherwise, I believe that man-to-man is going to stop anybody. But understand, it was get to the shooters, get to the shooters, get to the shooters, no middle penetration, no penetration, rebound, okay? And even we had those two guys, we got the ball stripped, unfortunately, and then we didn't get a rebound. We did not say, put your head down and lick your wounds. It was, we'll get the next one. Terrific job on the road. Way to grow up, all right? Way to grow up.
We were here last night, so it was real fun to be a part of the atmosphere here, and it was sort of inspiring in a lot of ways because I thought our men were under a lot of adversity last night, and they kind of showed the way in terms of how to handle the crowd and the adversity that they faced here last night.
Stay man-to-man with Brennan McGuire on her. Bounce pass into Garden, and Charnay Zoll was able to cheat from the weak side and knock that pass away and steal it. Now looks back door down the floor and finds Saida Williams streaking in for a running scoop shot that's good. Lost the ball, hit the deck, picked up by Garden, looking for somebody and throws it away. Right in the hands of Granberry, and the Cavs get to run. Their tempo, back to Zoll. Touch it off to Granberry, up with a left-hand layup. This is Virginia basketball vintage right now.
We're a young team, and I'm very pleased with where we are because young teams usually don't play very good defense, and this team has really bought into the fact that we're going to win, we got to play defense.
She was wide open and couldn't get it, and Williams the rebound. Zoll down the floor, spots Kenyon, pump fakes away from Finnerty, and lays it in with the right hand. Virginia by 11, 23-12 at 8:30.
Charnay is an All-American point guard, and she was an All-American high school player, and you can just see that Charnay and Keisha both have good maturity, and they understand what it takes to play at this level.
Littles looking back door from Lindra, bounces to her outside the mid-post, bangs in on Garden. Lindra, tough follow away, kissed it right on top of Kerry Garden, and got it to go.
Our guards do a good job of penetrating and kicking, which allows me to get the easy baskets. And then when we kick it back out, we have guards who are great shooters and able to knock the three down, which makes it easier for all the post players, not just me.
Clear throwaway as Anderson right hands it to Brittany Cook, who lost the ball on the dribble, and it's picked up by Tiffany Sargent. Here comes Zoll on the outlet. Charnay 4-on-3. Zoll wraps the bounce pass to Littles. Littles bangs into Anderson. The shot is good, and a foul. Virginia by 20. Takesha faking off the screen by Lindra. Littles with 8 to shoot. Granberry diving down the lane. Granberry's looping. Left-hander is right down the pipe. Boy, she's on some kind of roll, and the Cavs up 21.
You know, she's been working on her shot really hard over the last several weeks, so it's just really been it was just a really good game for her tonight.
I refocused. I knew that I had to do whatever it took for us to win, because we got to stay strong.
Coming up next.
He was so fun to be around and so happy and so alive.
Brenna McGuire comes from a big-time basketball family. Her father played in the NBA, and her grandfather, Al McGuire, was one of the greatest coaches in NCAA history. Brenna has been continuing the family tradition here at Virginia, and she is your Student Athlete of the Week.
The Student Athlete of the Week is presented by the Virginia Lottery. In 2005, the Virginia Lottery contributed a record $423 million to public schools throughout the Commonwealth.
I think my earliest memory of basketball is probably going with my older brother AJ and my dad to a Winchester practice because he coached my brother in 6th, 7th, and 8th in town team. I would go during halftime and just shoot and not care about how many people were around me or anything like that. I was just in a zone, and it was just the best time, and that's, I don't know, it just kind of grew on me.
I think the key, at least in my relationship with my father and my relationship with Brenna, is neither one of us ever had to play basketball. It was something, if you wanted to do it, you can go ahead and do it. And do it the best that you can and enjoy it. But it wasn't something that you had to do.
He was so fun to be around and so happy and so alive, and he really cherished his time with his grandchildren, and I think each and every one of us really felt that. I just remember him as just the greatest guy ever.
At times people thought he was a madman, but he was a Dr. Jekyll Hyde. Once he got off the court, he was very mild. On the court, he was aggressive, and he'd take your head off, and he was after that W. But after the game was over, he'd walk away from it like it didn't happen. And that's what I'm hoping happens here with Brenna, too. You know, you put in your time, you do the best you can. If the shot doesn't go in, there's the next game. And you just keep working at it till success comes.
You know, I've just recently played in the game at Marquette, so there's just more and more people coming up to my family, especially my dad and I. I'm just recapping about the stories, you know, when they saw my grandfather once, but that one time, how he impacted them.
She's got so much history, and whenever she feels like she's not doing well, her dad comes in and shoots with her. I mean, she just really has a connection with her mom and her dad, and the sports connection and all of that. She draws from it frequently.
It's nice to look up and see them there and just supporting me. And it's the support and commitment and drive that they really instilled in me.
We used to go to the YMCA from 3:30 to 5:30 on Sunday. No one was there, and that was my favorite time of the week, and I look forward to it, and I kind of always wish I could go back to that. But you would just see her as a young little girl to a young girl to, you know, becoming a woman as she developed in the game, as that has developed for her. It was probably the best time I've ever had in my life.
On February 5th, 1986, Debbie Ryan's undefeated team took on North Carolina in what became known as Hot Dog Night. 11,174 fans crammed into this building to get free hot dogs and to break the ACC attendance record. It was the biggest crowd ever to watch a basketball game in U-Hall. As a part of our countdown of last ball in U-Hall, we look back at Hot Dog Night and Who's Heating Up.
Who's Heating Up is brought to you by Propane, exceptional energy.
It was sort of born with Kim Record, and Kim decided that she wanted to fill U-Hall.
Gosh, it was the mid-'80s. We were averaging less than 1,000 a game.
She put together this idea where everybody that came to the game would get a free hot dog and a Coke.
About a week before the game, just everybody was talking about it. We went to all the movers and shakers and made it that if you weren't in University Hall that night, there was something wrong with you. So at 10 o'clock that morning, we're all running around here, and people are lined up down to Emmett Street.
It was just the craziest thing you'd ever seen. We couldn't get in the parking lot.
I asked the question, I guess, in a meeting, what would happen in the case that more people showed up in the worst seats? And I remember Jim West, our associate athletic director at the time, turned around, looked at me and said, "Just let him in, brother."
I was just like amazed. We walked in the gym and it was like just deafening noise from the minute you walked in. There were people in every single aisle. There were people hanging over the sidelines. They were in every nook and cranny you could think of.
There were so many people in the building, we couldn't even give enough hot dogs away. We had a capacity of 9,000 prior to hot dog night. The fire marshal came, and it was after that game that the facility was reduced to 8,200. So I guess you could say it's the costliest promotion that was ever done.
I just never thought I'd ever see anything like that for women's basketball.
That was one of those, the stars aligned. We had a great basketball team. They were undefeated. There have been other great games at Virginia, obviously, in women's basketball, and they've had great crowds. I don't think that they've ever had a night quite like that night.
Find out why more people are choosing clean, safe, reliable propane. Visit usepropane.com. Propane, exceptional energy.
I'm Saida Williams and Cavalier Sports Weekly. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the show. The Cavalier men took on North Carolina on Thursday, while my teammates and I went up against Maryland on Friday. Let's take a look at the action from these two ACC games.
The Virginia Basketball Games story is presented by the Virginia Athletics Foundation.
Half-court man-to-man offense.
They doubled it. All alone. Kane for the jam. Singletary was going to be double-teamed, and Kane was all alone at the baseline. Wes Miller all over Deani defensively. Joseph feeds the post. Low. Michalowskis. Little baby hut by Lars, and he gets it to go.
Lars posting up very hard today and getting some inside baskets between he and Jason that were very, very important and needed because they were really contesting our perimeter people.
Reynolds top of the key, going right. Sean pulls for the three. He got knocked down, banked it in, count the basket. Terry to Hansborough, away from the block, outside. Ginyard to three, knocked it down. Carolina has tied the game, second time, 24 all.
We came and jumped on them early, hit them in the mouth, and they just came back, countered, hit us.
Lars, a great steal. Reynolds right back, 17 in transition, jumper good, and a much-needed hoop.
Well, in the halftime, Coach told us that, it's a big game and we need somebody has to step up.
Singletary, sideline right. Singletary to the lane, inside, flips it up and gets the... Reynolds kicks in the corner, Singletary with the ball fake. Miller did not go for it. Joseph the three, got a look, bingo.
The guys on my team really stepped up, man. I love my teammates because, they're really showing that they want to be out there on the court, and I love that about them.
Billy trying to get something going. Billy inside the drive. Billy Campbell a layup. Give it to Billy Campbell. Looking to go to Terry to Hansborough. Hansborough knocked down a guy and throws up a shot inside. Hansborough through the elbow.
You don't stop real good players like that. He still had 18-10, but I thought it was a hard 18-10. It was because they really defended him and battled him for every inch of the floor.
Not able to execute.
Bannister in the front court finds Jason Kane all alone, and he finishes. Jason Kane.
Noel, it was to Hansborough, who is Noel that gets down in the low post.
Bannister got inside, layup good. Boy, TJ just got by everybody.
Coach, he just keeps bringing out the best in us, and there's nothing you can really say. Every day he's like, you guys, you just got to play hard. He's one of those guys that just keep pushing you until he gets the best out of you, and that's what you're seeing out on the court right now.
Bannister across the timeline, front court got hit at the point. So Bannister sends it low. Michalowskis, little baby hook by Lars. Book it.
Yeah, give the assist to TJ Bannister.
I had a long conversation with Coach yesterday. We sat with Coach Latham, and he pretty much told me what they have to do, that I have to step up and play better than I've been playing, and I think it helped me a lot.
Shot against Reynolds. Reynolds has got him. They go low to Rashawn Terry. Pounds blocked by Jason Kane, and Reynolds got the ball. The foul, David Noel, the reach in. Terrific block by Jason Kane with 1:10 to go. Frazier to bring it up across the timeline right with 11 with 10. Rashawn Terry for the three. Back of the rack, no good. Reynolds got the rebound with 7 with 6. The foul, Wes Miller, 6.4 seconds. Reynolds will go to the free throw line. I think the Cavs have done it against number 23, North Carolina.
We had a nice crowd. Everybody came out to support us, and I think we did them justice.
We're learning. We learned the other day. We learned today that I don't care who you are, where you come from, what your strengths are, what your shortcomings were. That nothing in the game of basketball, nothing in the game of life beats a strong mind, because that controls a strong body. All right, and that's what it took from gutting it out, to Lars' performance today, to Jason Kane and his quickness, to TJ's help, to Tunji, to everybody. Everybody. And now you know that you don't have to stop. You don't have to stop. You can keep going, and nobody can say no as long as you believe it here and you believe it here. It's a great win. Good job.
Lane skips it, high post left. This is Williams banging in, backing down Perry. Out to Zoll in the corner for the three ball. Got it! Virginia leads 7-2 to play, and Zoll sets up the offense. Loops to skip to McGuire. Pump fakes around Newman. Steps in. Long two. Book it. Right, looking for Sarton on the cut across the lane. Tiffany gets it right baseline. Backing down Newman through a double team. Puts it off the glass and in.
Up two.
Granberry, the driving kick down the baseline. Littles throws it up off the glass and kisses it home. Here comes Charnay. 3-on-3. Looks backdoor. Spots Williams. Cuts in and lays it in with the right hand. Virginia back within one.
Thanks for watching Cavalier Sports Weekly. ACC Hoops action continues this week as the men host Miami on Tuesday, and my teammates and I travel to Boston College on Thursday. Until next time, go Hoos!
Cavalier Sports Weekly is presented by the Virginia Lottery, where all profits benefit Virginia's public schools grades K through 12. By clean, safe, reliable propane. Propane, exceptional energy. And brought to you in part by the Virginia Athletics Foundation, dedicated to providing scholarship, operational, and facility support for the Virginia Athletics program.